So what's up guys, it's Ash here and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel today. It's been a very long time since I've said that. Obviously I haven't posted in a while and I will explain a bit of that later because it kind of links to, you know, the main point of this video. But anyway, the main point of this video is to talk about the Kurt and EA situation, and it's something which has really annoyed me and I'm sure it's annoyed a lot of you guys because, to put it short, it's a disgrace. Like a complete and utter disgrace. It's crazy to me how a company can abuse their power to the point where they can pretty much destroy someone's entire career just because they don't like them. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. I don't want to talk about this part too much because I'm sure you all know this because it was quite a long time ago, but Kurt was banned from taking part in the FIFA Global Series because of his comments made about EA employees and other competitors. Now, this ban I thought was a little bit harsh, but I could kind of see where they were coming from in the sense like he was spitting on their badge and all this kind of stuff, and he was, you know, picking out people to talk about. I'm not saying it was worthy of a ban, but I can understand where the ban had come from because they had clear evidence to go off, if you get what I'm saying. However, I must say that I think they mainly did that because, again, they just don't like the guy and they want to get rid of him. They don't want somebody in their community which has the ability to talk against them and make them look like a bunch of idiots, which they actually are. So again, like, the community was quite furious about this. You know, I was seeing a lot of it on Twitter and I was still kind of against it. I was like, it's a bit of a dick move really, isn't it? Just banning someone because they've said a few words against someone over the internet. Like, have you ever seen that in any other esport or game in the world? I haven't, that's for sure. So yeah, this part was bad and it was the start of, you know, the EA versus Kurt war. But like, I didn't think it was going to escalate too bad from this part. You know, like, I thought Kurt would just take a step back and create content on YouTube because he did have a lot of fans, and that's what he did. But I think EA misjudged how this would go for them. Basically, when they banned him the first time around, I'm pretty sure they assumed it would be the end of Kurt. Like, you know, he's a competitive FIFA player, they've banned him from competitive FIFA, that's him gone. But they've completely underestimated the guy himself, you know. The guy is one of the most entertaining players and streamers on this platform and on Twitch. And I'm pretty sure most people will agree with that. I would say he's probably the biggest streamer for FIFA. You know, he's got the most attention, he's got the most hype about him, and he's got, you know, the qualities you want in a good streamer. I think when they banned him, they thought he would just like die out, and they completely underestimated everything, and they thought they could just go on and continue with their underage FIFA point scam and underage gambling for children, and they couldn't, because little did they know it actually made Kurt stronger and gave him more of a following than he had before. So GG EA. So as Kurt started gathering more of a following as a result of his competitive ban and EA making a complete fool of themselves, EA decided to make the next stupid move, which is to ban his entire like EA account, which he's had for over 10 years, just because they don't like him. The statement which they released, which is from their main EA account, like, we're not even talking EA Sports, like, this is the Electronic Arts account, like the main official account. They tweeted lies, essentially saying he threatened people, he threatened employees, and they just said, you know, complete bullshit, which nobody actually believed. And for people that don't know Kurt or what's gone on, they'll read that statement, and since it's from like an official company, they would take it as fact, and they'll be like, oh yeah, this guy deserves to get banned, you know, he hasn't, you know, like, they haven't done anything wrong, it serves him right, that kind of stuff, when in reality, like, they're literally slandering his name. I can't find one single clip of Kurt threatening anyone, and I don't think anyone else can either. And it makes me think EA have a very blurred view on what threatening behavior is, because there's absolutely none out there. Calling someone a bum or a rat is not threatening. It's just slight disrespect. I wouldn't even say it's insulting, to be honest. If somebody comes and calls me a bum, I'm not going to go and cry about it, and I'm certainly not going to go and cry for them to get fired from their job. Okay, so we know EA have got a very deluded view on what threatening and insulting behavior is, so, you know, with that in mind, why is it their game changer or their golden boy, Bateson87, can say whatever the hell he likes about somebody else without the same repercussions? Just take a look at this, guys.
Look at Mitchell. Who's Mitchell? That guy. He's a twat, by the way. This guy's a twat. He thinks that spending no fee points and getting his trade profits fantastic. Cool. Go and do it in the real world, you virgin. Fucking hell. And he always goes at people who spend FIFA points. Fucking idiot. I'm going to give him an advantage. Fuck you. I'm better than him. Fuck that guy.
So as you can see, Bateson does the same thing as Kurt, and yeah, no ban for him, no consequences, and I'll tell you the reason for that is because Bateson didn't do it against EA, and he did it against a trader, and you guys got to understand, EA don't like traders either. Traders lose the money. If you're going to a Patreon instead of buying FIFA points, yeah, they're losing money. They don't want you to trade. They want you to buy FIFA points. They want your money. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think anybody should be banned or punished for saying something about somebody else on the internet, because I just don't think it's that deep, and I don't think it warrants a ban. Like, how many times have you raged at someone over PlayStation or Xbox because they've killed you in COD, or they've scored against you in FIFA and dabbed? You know, it's just a natural reaction. People get mad. Like, who cares? The problem with this entire situation is it's just one person EA have gone after, and that's Kurt, because they don't like him. If anything, that is the personal attack. Kurt hasn't personally attacked anybody. They are personally attacking him. They're pretty much bullying him as a company as of now. It kind of makes you feel a little bit embarrassed for EA that they've been this rattled by a single person who just calls them out on their bullshit on a daily, because nobody else does. Well, I mean, some people do, like Nick, Run the Foot Market and Inception and that, but Kurt has the biggest following out of everyone, and he does it in a way where it gains momentum and it turns people against the company, even the casuals. So they thought they just had to stop it, and if anything, EA being EA, they've made it worse, and they've made Kurt stronger. So well done, EA, you've played yourself there. And guys, they haven't banned him for personal attacks or anything of the sorts. Like, that's not the reason at all. It's purely because he's calling them out on their crappy game and their underage gambling and their incompetent and lazy employees, and they don't like it. EA is a tyranny, and if you speak out against them, you're in big trouble. So essentially they're saying don't do it. That's why they've banned him. They're trying to use him as an example, saying if you talk about us in this way, you're gone. Don't bother. You know, if you want your career, if you want your streaming career, if you want your competitive career, don't bother calling us out on what is blatantly wrong with the game, or like, yeah, you're not going to have that anymore. Now, we're going to get a better view of this situation as a whole very soon, because I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter, Keemstar's actually organised for a documentary to be created of Kurt called The Man EA Sports Wants to Disappear, and I think that's going to be really interesting, and it's going to cause a lot of bad press for EA, which is brilliant because nobody likes them, and we'd all love to see this company fail. Like, I would personally. I'd happily see them fall, and I'd happily see someone else, you know, come on the rise, because I've had it up to here with this company who thinks it's acceptable to release, you know, unfinished games every year, promote gambling to people of underage, exploit people for their money, and lock half of the content behind a paywall so the majority of people cannot even enjoy it. Not to mention their crappy servers which don't work, and you know, they can be taken offline like a potato can be knocked off a table. To be fair, I might get banned for this, but I personally don't care because I don't even play the game anymore. You know, this is the worst game I think I've ever played, and that is no exaggeration whatsoever. Like, I would rather do my uni work than play FIFA 20. It literally puts me to sleep. There is no skill gap. There is nothing good about it at all. There really isn't. I hate it, and a lot of people hate this game as well. Like, we keep saying every year, you know, oh, it's going to be better, but somehow it gets worse and worse. Like, at the end of FIFA 18, I was thinking to myself, how can a FIFA game be worse than this? And then FIFA 19 came along, I was like, oh my god, this is a whole new level of shite. And then FIFA 20 comes along, and it's like being fucking shot through the heart with a gun. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked. Since Kurt was banned and his 10-year account was banned, the message on the screen said, you know, to make a new account if you want to enjoy EA's products again. So he goes and does that, and EA then go and ban his brand new account within 12 hours because he was streaming to 16,000 viewers, and that bothered them. They did not want that to happen. Like, you can't go and do that. What has he done since the ban for them to go and ban another account? You actually can't do that. And then soon after this, EA have then gone to his Twitch account while he was streaming and decided to strike it so it is banned and Kurt can no longer create content. Tell me how a company should have this much power over somebody which literally had an opinion on their company, their employees, and their game. You should not be able to do that. Like, they've completely taken away this man's livelihood and his career purely because he said a few words against them. I think that is a complete and utter disgrace, and it shows how insecure and pathetic they are as a company, and it shows how incompetent their employees are and how immature they are because they can't handle a little bit of criticism. So whether you like Kurt or not, you can't deny that this is a complete joke from EA. You can't ban somebody because they speak out against you. Like, that is ridiculous. Like, this has to stop. I don't know how it can stop unless people stop buying the game, stop buying FIFA points, but unfortunately that will never happen because even if, like, you know, the people on Twitter and YouTube stopped buying packs, there's always like the casuals which don't pay attention to this kind of stuff and they'll, you know, buy their FIFA points anyway. There's a lot of kids about, so yeah, unfortunately, unless EA gets some really bad press or a lawsuit filed against them, I don't see how this can stop. And all EA have to do to draw attention away from this matter is to release a promo or release icon SBCs or release something which distracts them from Kurt, and eventually he will be forgotten, unfortunately. But yeah, that is about it for the video, guys. I would like to apologize if it was slightly unstructured. I haven't made a video in a very long time, as you guys may already know, and it can be difficult to express so much opinion and so much hate for a company within 10 minutes. Like, it's difficult to fit it all into a 10-minute clip is basically what I'm saying. But anyway, if you did enjoy it or find it informative, I would appreciate it if you could drop a thumbs up. Be sure to comment down below your opinion on this Kurt situation, who you think's in the right and who you think's in the wrong. And also don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you're notified when a video is posted. And I will try and get some, you know, videos up. But yeah, I'd like to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.